Damn. 2021 is over. That flew by so fast. We're already in 2022? That's crazy. So I hope you guys had an amazing 2021 year. Hope that it was filled with a lot of positivity and you guys achieving your goals, whatever those were that you set out for yourself. And I hope that in the new year, 2022, you smash all those goals. We get to new levels, new heights, all the success. You know all that. In today's video, I want to talk to you guys a little bit of what I've learned over the past year, because this is my first year on YouTube and I started back in January with a couple goals in mind for this YouTube channel. I've always wanted to start one, but 2021 is the year that it finally happened. And let me say that I've learned a lot over this year. Now, I want to start this video off by first just saying thank you guys. All of you guys who've tuned into the videos, who are subscribers, who have just watched one video, two videos, it doesn't matter. Anybody who showed a little bit of support to this channel really means a lot to me, and it doesn't go unnoticed. So you guys honestly provide me with a lot of motivation, a lot of positivity, a lot of support, and honestly I can't say thank you enough. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. So like I said, I started this YouTube channel in January 2021. I started it with pretty much nothing. Like, I didn't have any subscribers. I'm not famous or anything like that, so I didn't really have a base to just jumpstart the YouTube career, and I don't have a crazy amount of Instagram followers or anything like that. This was just straight from scratch for me, and a lot of just friends supporting me at first, and then it started to grow just a little bit. So from 0 subscribers at the start of the year in January, right now on December 30th, we are sitting at about 793 subscribers. And honestly, to me, that's a lot. I don't really know what I expected going into this. Even though that number might be not crazy in the grand scheme of things, like, it really just means a lot to me. So these are going to be the 5 things that I've learned throughout this year as my first year on YouTube. Let's just start off with number 1, is that I should have started early. Now, I say this not in a regretful way. I say this in the sense that if you're somebody who wants to start a YouTube channel, earlier was a better time to start, but now the second best time to start is right now. Don't let anything stop you from starting, because realistically, they're just excuses that you make to yourself. For the longest time, I wanted to start a YouTube channel. I was really interested in it. I've always loved watching YouTube videos, and I've always had a knack for creating things. So if I had started sooner, I think that it would have been all the more better. But the fact that I took the step and started in 2021, I'm really happy with that. So if you're in a similar situation and you don't know where to get started, maybe you don't have expensive camera gear, or you don't know about cameras, you don't know about lighting, I'm telling you, you can learn it as you go. Like, if you watch some of my first videos, they were absolutely garbage. But coming from somebody who literally had no idea about cameras, lighting, audio, like, I had no idea about any of it. YouTube is such a great platform to learn from, that's where I got all my knowledge from. And just practicing, putting in the time, it's just like any other skill. But just start, man. Like, honestly, don't worry about anything. It's good enough time to start right now. Now, the second thing that I learned on YouTube is that you have to create without the expectation of growth. Let me explain a little bit about that. You can get caught up in the rat race of trying to grow your channel real quick, comparing your channel with other channels that are really successful, looking at some channels and thinking that you're better than them and being like, why do they have X amount of subscribers and you only have this amount? It can be so draining just to get caught up in the whole analytics and the growth of your channel. So when I say to create without the expectation of growth, what I'm trying to say is, especially when we start off, it's not about the numbers. It's not about how many subscribers you're getting right away. It's not about how many views you're getting. None of that stuff really matters right away. Because honestly, the only thing that's going to do is it's just going to demotivate you. It was literally just creating things that I genuinely am passionate about and things that I feel are interesting, and not having the expectations to grow from it. Now, obviously, you're trying to grow the channel, you're trying to be successful, this and that. But what I'm trying to say from this point is that when you're first getting started, it's honestly just about creating the best content that you can, learning from everything that you create and putting those skills into the next video. Just incremental steps, and I'm telling you, in the long run, they'll add up. Number 3, gear matters, but it doesn't. I was lucky enough to work at a camera shop over the summer where I got discounts on a lot of the gear that I have. I used to think once I have this camera or once I have this light, my video is just gonna get to the next level. The issue is that you're focusing the attention on the wrong things. Like if you have a terrible story in a 4K camera versus an amazing story in a 1080p camera, I'm telling you, man, that 1080p camera is gonna do wonders. Now, when I say gear matters, it means that yes, it does help. If you know how to use it properly, it can make your life easier, it can make things look better, and it can just overall increase the production value of your videos. But if people don't really understand the point of your video in the first place, that gear really has no point. The fourth thing that I've learned over this past year on YouTube is that what you expect won't happen. Sometimes I'll be creating a video that I'm sure will pop off. I feel like it has a good title, maybe it has a good thumbnail, maybe I've put a lot of work into it, but the video doesn't do well for some reason. And another video that I don't feel the same way about, maybe I've shot it in a rush, or maybe I haven't spent the amount of time on it versus like something else, that video starts doing really well. You really can't tell what's gonna happen, you can't expect anything, and in reality, like a lot of things that you expect just won't happen. Now you can take this as a little bit of a bad thing, but in my mind, you can also see it as a positive. You can see it as such that no matter what you create, everything has a potential to either do well or do poorly. So now what that's gonna allow you to figure out in your mind is that every single time you create something, it's about putting your best foot forward, because you never know what's gonna pop off and what's not. So if you have an idea that you are sure in your mind it's the best idea in the world and it doesn't do well, don't get discouraged. Keep making, keep creating, because one, you never know if that idea will eventually start getting traction and the algorithm will help it out. And maybe your next video is the one that does well. If not that, maybe the next one. It's kind of like the same thing in basketball when if you shoot a shot, you miss, keep shooting because eventually it'll go in. So the last thing that I want to mention that has really stuck with me over the past year is that YouTube is a marathon, not a sprint. I could be discouraged by the amount of subscribers I have or the time that I put in without really anything in return. Like I've not got any sponsorships, I'm not gaining money from this channel at the moment. It could seem like a lot of time put in but nothing in return. But in the grand scheme of things, like I've done YouTube for only a year. That's not a long time when people have been doing this for years and years and years and years. So one, I can't even compare myself to those people. And two, if you're in this for the long run, then you know that success is gradual and it's going to take time, it's going to take a lot of effort, and it's not something that's just going to happen overnight. It takes time to build what you want to build, and nobody says it's going to be easy. So it's really important to enjoy what you do and pick something that you're genuinely passionate about, because that way, even though it is a long process, at least you're enjoying the whole thing. Now in 2022, I have a lot of goals for this channel, and it's something that I really enjoy doing, so I want to continue with it. My first goal is to get this channel monetized. That's always been a goal, and for any YouTuber, that's pretty much one of their main goals when they're starting off. My next goal is that I want to create things that I'm genuinely proud of. I want to look at my videos and enjoy them, watch them fully, and feel like I'm putting my most amount of effort and my best step forward in each of my videos. I'm also going to commit to making one video a week at least. Could be more, but I'm gonna make one video a week. This is gonna be the last video of 2021, and I've said it before, but I just want to reiterate how thankful I am for each and every one of you who showed support. If you know me, you know that I'm always bugging my friends to subscribe to my YouTube channels, and literally every single one of you who watched this video, or any video for that matter, thank you so much for making 2021 a great year. Thank you for helping me start my YouTube channel, and thank you for being a part of the journey. It's just getting started. We have big goals ahead, and hopefully we can achieve all of them and smash through all the goals that we set. I wish you guys a happy New Year's and nothing but the best. You guys are in the same position I was last year. Screw it, just get started. You won't regret it. That's gonna be it for me for this year. Thank you. I will see you next year. Let's make 2022 the best year yet.